The Easter vacation is fast approaching. It means that the boys are going to be home for 2 weeks. It also means that this house must have food in it 24/7. So to prep, today I am making them some tasty and slightly crunchy kurma. To begin, I'm using some flour, and to that I'm adding in my spices, a bit of salt, some milk, ginger, and I'm going to mix all these dry ingredients together. I've also listed all the ingredients and the quantities above this video. Now I'm going in with some condensed milk, and I'm also adding in some grated butter. The butter has been grated because we need the butter to be cold. Now with clean hands, we're going to go in there and we're going to mix in that. We're looking for a consistency like this. It's sort of like a breadcrumb. Once we have achieved that, we're going to gradually add in our milk. Now, you don't have to use milk for this. It's just a personal preference. And we're going to place in that milk bit by bit as we squeeze the dough together. This dough is a very firm dough, so you don't need much water or milk to bring it together. Once it's brought together, I'm going to divide it into two. This makes it easier to work with. And also I have something up my sleeve, so keep watching so you see. So now I'm using my billner and I'm going to open it out to the thickness that I like. We all have different sizes we like to work with. So you just roll it to the thickness that you like. Now I'm going to use a knife to clean off the edges. I'm not going to throw away the pieces that I clean off. I'm going to reball them to use it later. Now I'm going to use that same knife to create some fine cuts in that dough, just as I'm doing there. And then we're going to send one straight down the center, dividing it into two. Now to a very hot pot of oil, we're going to place our dough up to fry. Please note that the longer you leave the kurma to fry, the dough to fry, the more crisp it becomes. Although this is not the only factor that decides how crisp the dough is, this is one that you need to take note of. So according to your preference, you fry it to suit. Now I have already went ahead and rolled out the other piece of dough, and this is why I left this piece. I wanted to do something, something a little creative and special for my boys. So I went in with some stars and some other shapes. And I am so happy that I had done this, because when they got up the following morning, they were so happy. And y'all, my children's happiness is my happiness. So now it's time for us to repeat the process of frying these little shapes. When it's completed, this is what it looks like. Now to another pot, I have placed up some water, sugar, ginger, and if you wish, you could put some elichee in there. I did not. We're going to allow it to boil, and when it begins to froth like this, and the mixture drops like that off the spoon, you know it's time to pour them over the fried dough. You're going to pour it over it, and you're going to move quickly at this point to mix everything together. Make sure that all the fried dough has been covered with this syrup. After a while, it will begin to look white, and this is the finished product. Absolutely beautiful and delicious. Hope you enjoyed my video. God bless you. Love you.